Power of the power of your subconscious mind. The tendency of the subconscious is lifeward. Over 90% of your mental life is subconscious. So men and women who fail to make use of this marvelous power live within very narrow limits. Your subconscious processes are always lifeward and constructive. Your subconscious is the builder of your body and maintenance all its vital functions. It is one it is on the job 24 hours a day and never sleeps. It is always trying to help and preserve you from harm. Your subconscious mind is in touch with infinity life, infinite life and boundless wisdom, and its impulses and ideas are always lifeward. The great aspiration, inspirations, and vision for a garder and nobler life spring for the subconscious. Your profoundest, profoundest convictions are those you cannot argue about rationally because they do not come from your conscious mind. They come from your subconscious mind. Your subconscious speaks to in intuitions, impulses, hunks, intimations, urges, and ideas, and it is always telling you to rise, transcend, grow, advance, adventure, and move forward to greatest heights. The urge to love to save the lives of others comes from the depth of your subconscious. For example, during the Great San Francisco Francisco earthquake and fire of April 18, 1906, invalids and cripples who had been confined to bed for long periods of time rose up and performed some of the most amazing feats of bravery and endurance. The intense desire welled up within them to save others at all costs, and their subconscious responded accordingly. Great artists, musicians, poets, speakers, and writers tune in with their subconscious power and become animated and inspired. For example, Robert Louis Stevenson, before he went to sleep, used to charge his subconscious with the task of ev- evolving stories for him while he slept. He was assumed to ask his subconscious to give him a good, marketable thriller when his bank account was low. Stevenson said the intelligence of his deeper mind gave him the story, piece by piece, like a serial. This shows how your subconscious will speak lof- lofty and wise sayings through you, which we conscious mind knows nothing about. Mark Twain confident to the world on many occasions that he never worked in his life. All his humor and all his great writings were due to the fact that he tapped the inexhaustible reservoir of his subconscious mind. How the body portrays the workings of the mind. The interaction of your conscious and subconscious mind requires a similar interactions between the corresponding system of nerves. The cerebrospinal system is the organ of the conscious mind, and the sympathetic sympathetic system is the organ of the conscious mind. The cerebrospinal system is the channel through which you receive conscious pers- perspection of perceptions by means of your five physical sense and exercise control over the movement of your body. This system has its nerves in the brain, and it is the channel of your volitional and conscious mental action. The sympathetic system, sometimes referred to as the involuntary nervous system, has its center in a genealogic mask at the back of the stomach known as the solar plexus and is sometimes spoken of as the abdominal brain. It is the channel of that mental action which unconsciously supports and vital functions of the body. The two systems may work spiritually or synchronously. Judge Thomas Schwartz says the vignettes never passes out of the cerebral region as a portion of the voluntary system, and the Edinburgh lectures on mental science. Through it we control the vocal organs, then it passes onward to the thorax, sending out branches to the heart and lungs, finally passing through the diagram, it loses the outer counting which distinguishes the nerves of the valvular system and becomes identified with those of the sympathetic system. So, forming a connecting link between the two and making the man physically a single entity. entity. Similarly, different areas of the brain ident- indicate their connection with the objective and subjective activities of the mind, respectively. And speaking in a journal way, we may assign the frontal portion of the brain to the former and the posterior pot- potential to the later, while the intermediate portion partakes of the character of both. Another simple way of looking at the mental and physical interaction is to realize that your conscious mind grabs an idea which induces a corresponding vibration in your vibratory system of nerves. This is turn cause a similar current to be generated in your involuntary system of nerves. Those handing the idea over to your subconscious mind, which is the creative medium. This is how your thoughts become things. Every thought interact, in, entertained by your conscious mind and accepted as true is sent by your brain to your solar plexus, the brain of your subconscious mind, to be made into your flesh and to be brought forth into your world as a reality. There is an intelligence which takes cares of the body. When you study the cellular system and the structure of the organs, such as eyes, ears, heart, liver, bladder, etc., you learn they consist of groups of cells which form a group intelligence whereby they function together and are able to take orders and carry them out in deductive function at the suggestion of the mastermind subconscious mind. A careful study of the single cellular organs shows you what goes on in your complex body. Though the monocellular organs has no organs, it still gives evidence of mind action and reaction, performing the basic functions of movement, elimination, elim- elimination, assimilation, and elimination. Many say there is an intelligence which will take care of your body if you let it alone. That is true. But the difficulty is that the conscious mind always interferes with its five senses, evidence based on outer appearances, leading to the so of false beliefs, fears, and mere opinion. When fear, false beliefs, and negative patterns are made to register in your subconscious mind through psychological emotional conditioning. There is no other course open to the subconscious mind except to act on the blueprint specifications offered it. The subconscious mind works continually for the common good. The subjective self within your works conditionally from for the general good, reflecting an innate principle of harmony behind all things. Your subconscious mind has its own will, and it is a very real something something in itself. It acts night and day, whether you act open it or not. It is the builder of your body, but you cannot see, hear, or feel it building, as all thing is a silent process. Your subconscious has a life of its own which is always moving toward harmony, health, and peace. This is the divine norm within it, seeking expression through you at all times. How man interferes with the innate principle of harmony. To think correctly, scientifically, we must know the truth. To know the truth is to be in harmony, harmony with the infinity intelligence and power of your subconscious mind, which is always moving lifeward, every thought or action, which is not harmonious, whether thought, ignorance, or design, will result is discord and limitation of all kinds. Scientists inform us that you build a new body every 11 months. So you are really only 11 months old from a physical standpoint. If you build defects back into your body by thoughts of fear, anger, jealousy, and ill will, you have no one to blame but yourself. You are the sum total of your own thoughts. You can keep from entertaining negative thought and imaginary imagery. The way to get rid of darkness is with light. The way to overcome could called it is with heart. The way to overcome the negative thought is to substitute the good thought, affirm the good, and the bad will vanish. Vanish. Why it's normal to be healthy, vital, and strong. It's abnormal to be sick. The average child born into the world is perfectly healthy, with all its organs functionally perfectly. This is the normal state, and we should remain healthy, vital, and strong. The inst- instinct of self preservation is the strongest instinct on your nature, and it constitutes a most potent, ever present, and constantly operative truth inherent in your nature. It is therefore obvious that all your thoughts, ideas, and beliefs must operate with generator potentially when they are in harmony with the innate life principle in you, which is forever seeking to preserve and protect your along all lines. It follows from this that normal conditions can be restored with restored with generator ease, and certainly that abnormal conditions can be inducted induced.